let's get started on assembling the kitchen robot. The mixing bowl's capacity is 2 liters. So inside here we have the blade inside of the mixing bowl. So to go on top of that, when you're cleaning, here we have our blade protector. So when you want to clean inside of this bowl, you just put that on so you don't cut yourself. So next we have the stirring attachment. So this just goes on top of the blade in here, just like that. When you attach the stirring appliance, you can whisk eggs. This special feature can help you whisk egg whites or whipping cream until stiff peak, just like a cake mixer. You can also knead dough using this tool. The mixing bowl is not only used for mixing, but it can also be used to boil and to make stews. For example, you can boil eggs. You can put the eggs into the small steaming basket, which is very convenient to take out the eggs when necessary. Now I'm just going to turn it on, and the button's around the back. So you can see that none of the controls will work on the cooking robot unless you have the lid on. So just a reminder, when you're using this, while the kitchen robot is on, do not take off the lid, or do not clean or put your hands in or anything while this is on, just for safety reasons. Okay, so I'll turn this off and put the lid on this now. Okay, so now I'll turn it on and the blue light should come up. So here with our controls, over here we have the temperature. This is the first control for our kitchen robot. It is the temperature here. So this is going to control the temperature inside of your bowl to steam and cook your food. So we're going to press it one time so it's all zeros, and then we can change our temperature here. The max temperature is 120 degrees Celsius. Okay, so now we've got a reset button at the bottom here. So for the reset control, you just hold it in, hold the button in until you hear that noise, and then that's reset the controls on here. So the next one we have is speed. So that's going to be the speed of the blade inside of the mixing bowl. So this one you just need to press and then you can move and control the speed. So just a note with the speed control, you can only change the speed from the range 1 to 10 if it's at room temperature. If you've cooked something inside of it and it's too hot, you can only go to the maximum of the speed number 2. So our next control is the time. So with this one, we have a range from 10 seconds to 60 minutes. If you need to do anything under 10 seconds, we also have the start and stop button that you can control. When it's counting down, you can stop the timer whenever you need. So we just press the time button here and you can change and set a timer there. So our next control is the pulse control. So this is just the button down here. Always make sure whenever you're mixing anything inside to have the lid, the measuring cup, on top here. So that just screws in like that. So for this, you just need to press the button for the blades to do a pulse. So for the weight control, you just need to press, and then you can put your ingredients on top of the scales, and it shows to the gram of the weight of your ingredients perfectly. So for when you're using bowls or any appliances that you're putting ingredients in and you need to count out the weight of this, you can use the scale by putting it on first, like so. And then now all you need to do is just simply press the weight button and it will go back to 0. Now that you can place your ingredients on top and it's weighed just the ingredient and not the appliance that it's on. So that's going to come really handy when you're cooking and you're using bowls and glasses for certain ingredients. So whenever you want to take this out or put it in, you need to use the shackle, this button just behind here. So if you just hold that in, and then you can just pull out your mixing bowl, and you simply just have to press the shackle again and place it in, and it just goes in just like that. So that's how you put it in and you take out the mixing bowl. So now I'm going to show you how to assemble the steaming components with the kitchen robot. So the first thing that we're going to do is get this steaming compartment, and this just goes simply inside of the mixing bowl. Then we have the lid for the mixing bowl. So this has two little components, attachments here. This one here just simply goes on top. You need to push it down. And if you turn it this way, there is a little bit on the lid that sticks out that will click into the handle. Okay, so now the lid cannot come off. So once we've done that, we now have our steaming trays with our lid, the steaming tray, and then the steamer at the bottom. So they just go together like that. There is a little ring at the bottom here, and that just sits perfectly on top of the lid, just like that. So now you can steam and cook your food inside of this. So a really convenient function of the kitchen robot is that you can actually take out the steaming components that you don't need. So if you need to steam a lot of food, we have 3 steaming compartments in the kitchen robot. But if you don't need to steam as many things, just simply take out the steaming tray, place the lid back on the steamer, and you've got one section there. Or if you would like, you can simply take out the steamer inside of the mixing bowl if you're using it for something else, for example. And then just like normal, you can place your steamer and your steaming tray back on top. So it's a really convenient feature that the kitchen robot has, depending on how much food that you need to cook or steam. For example, let's say we're cooking a dish that we have our tomato sauce in the mixing bowl down here, and we want to steam our fish balls on top. We can simply do that. So we have 2 compartments of one dish cooking at the same time. So this is really convenient for saving time for the cooking time, as you can cook multiple compartments to one dish at the same time. So overall, it's going to be faster at cooking the dishes that you want to make. Okay, so these are all of our components to the kitchen robot Cook for Life, Golden Period's new product. And this is how you assemble everything. So we hope you have a great time using this, and it comes helpful when you're cooking in the kitchen. Goodbye!